Hello, we are Group Inclusive Minds, and today we will presenting our assignment for learning disabilities in an inclusive society. Our presentation consists of two parts. Part A focus on redesigning a university course using universal design for learning, while Part B focus on enhancing classroom lesson delivery using UDL principles. I am Priscilla Lanja Ana STEM 100795, and I will begin with my Part A. For part A, our group selected Philosophy of Mind, KMK3523, and we choose this course because it contains abstract and theory-heavy concepts that require extensive reading and critical thinking. These characteristics may create learning barriers for students with diverse learning needs. The course aims to help students understand philosophical theories of mind, explore the relationship between the mind and the brain, and etc. The constraints and barrier is using the UDL framework, our group identified three main barriers. First, engagement. Long lectures reduce attention, abstract concepts reduce motivation, and ADHD students struggle to focus. Second, the representation is heavy academic reading, difficult vocabulary, limited visual materials, and third is action and expression, focus on essays, and written examinations, which may not allow all students to demonstrate their understanding effectively. And goals of redesign is to address these barriers. Our redesign focuses on three UDL principles. And for engagement, we aim to increase motivation and participation. For representation, we aim to present information through multiple formats such as videos, diagrams, and mind maps. Um, Also simplify complex concept. For action and expression, we aim to provide flexible assessment methods that allow students to demonstrate learning in different ways. I will now pass my presentation to Veronica.
Hello everyone, my name is Veronica Binti Antoni and my matrix number is 101271. I will explain for UDL strategies. To address the barriers identified early, our group applied the three principles of universal design of learning. For multiple means of engagement, lecturer can use group discussions, debate, Kahoot, quiz, and case studies to encourage participations and maintain student interest. For multiple means of representations, information can be presented through infographics, mind maps, educational videos, and audio recording. This allows students to access content in different ways according to their learning preferences. And for multiple means of action and expressions, students can demonstrate their understanding through presentations, podcasts, poster, videos, and reflective journal instead of relying on only writing essays. And these strategies help create a more inclusive and flexible learning. Next, for the scenario B, which is fixed teachers, students, and accommodations, to demonstrate how our redesign support diverse learning, our group introduced two fictitious students. The first student is Adam, and who has ADHD. And Adam is creative and enjoy participating in discussions, but he is easily distracted during long lectures. To support him, lecturer can use shorter lecture segments, interactive activities, and task reminders. For the second student is Sarah, who has dyslexia. Sarah has a strong verbal communication skill but experience difficulties reading lengthy academic text. And to support her, lecturer can provide visual materials, audio recordings, and simplified notes. We also propose assistive technologies such as text-to-speech software and digital task reminder applications to improve accessibility and support learning. Next is student 3, which is working memory deficit. For this barrier is forget assignment step, and this student is need repeated reminder. For this support strategy is visual schedule, task checklist, frequent reminders, organized materials, and peer also teacher support. And this can help the student remember step, stay organized, complete tasks independently, and build confidence in learning.
For part B, our group selection scenario B, which is literacy and language classrooms. The lesson takes place in a secondary one-story class about Asian civilizations. The first student has dyslexia. This student finds it difficult to reading passage of text and often struggle with reading comparison activity. However, the student is able to participate actively during classroom discussions. The second student, the specific language impairment or SLI, this student experience difficulties following verbal instructions, especially when multiple steps are given at once. As a result, the student often relies on observing classmates to understand what needs to be done. This third student has a working memory deficit. Although the student understands the lesson content, they frequently forget instruction assignment steps and task requirements. This barrier can affect student participation and learning outcomes if appropriate support is not provided. To, for UDLR redesign, to address this barrier, our group designed the lesson using UDLR principles. For representations, information is presented through visual timelines, map, infographic, and video with subtitles. For action and impressions, students can show their understanding by creating posters or giving short oral presentations. For engagements, students take part in activities such as the history explore challenge, pair discussion, and lesson support by visual schedules. This strategy help create a more inclusive and accessible learning environment for all students. For Part C, our group create a low-cost inclusion aid called the History Helper Learning Boards. The visual schedules help students with SLI follow lesson instructions more easily. The picture-based learning guides support students with dyslexia by presenting information visually. The task checklist helps the student with working memory deficits remember lesson steps and stay organized. Overall, the learning board improved understanding independence and classroom participation.